Okay, so besides the RNA polymerase and then the template DNA and the primers, what else do you need for your PCR reaction to work? Of course, you need to provide the building blocks. The building blocks are for deoxyribonucleic nucleotides, like GATC are the makeup of DNA molecules. So yes, you need to provide those. So enough of those should be added to your PCR tube. Okay, and then buffer, of course, since there's an enzymatic reaction happening, you have to provide the good conditions for the enzyme to work functionally. So the buffer condition, this is a 10x buffer, so 10 times more concentrated. So you can just assume that 50 millimolar potassium chloride is needed. That's ionic strength, that's a salt. And then the 10 millimolar TriCl at pH 8.8, that's the pH adjusting buffer. And then about 1.5 millimolar magnesium chloride. You need a lot of magnesium ions in the presence of nucleotide for the enzyme to work. And then DTT, that is thiothironitol. That's a reducing agent, so to prevent oxidation. Oxidation is a stress that happens when there's a lot of temperature fluctuation going on. So since you have to change the temperature so often, your enzymes and DNA could be oxidized, so this DTT will prevent that oxidation. And then BSA, it's an extra protein, it works as an enhancer for the enzyme to work. So these things are added in your PCR reaction buffer. Okay, I already told you about magnesium chloride, so it's just needed as some kind of enhancer element. So enhancers are additives that can increase the yield and specificity of your PCR product. Yield is how much of the product you are making, and the specificity is your products or the DNA is between the two primers or not. Okay, so yes, these extra things are added. So for example, non-ionic detergents like Triton X100 or Twin 20, NP40s are detergents that can be added. Those will neutralize like other detergents like SDS if they are there. Get rid of their influence. And then enzyme stabilizers like BSA, we just saw that BSA present there. It's just extra protein that can stabilize the Taq polymerase enzyme. Okay. You can also add other things like glycerol, DMSO, PAG. So depends on your PCR condition. These things could help or could not help. So these are kind of extra things that you can add. Okay, so that's the end.